The video of the masked man, it's Voit.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I need to talk to him right now.
Oh, I can't let you do that. Elias has been through enough.
So Dr. Julia Ochoa, she's been oh so serious up till now, and she's been a bit of an obstacle for the BAU. Is this week's episode where we start to see a warmer, more compassionate side of her?
We do. She is a doctor. She has blinders on. She sees Voight as a patient, unlike the BAU who sees Voight as a monster. But she's do no harm, and she sees a guy who just came out of a coma. So, yes, this is one of my favorite episodes because AJ is amazing, and it felt like a play, and she gets to actually help a member of the BAU, and they find common ground. And it was such an intimate, quiet set that made it feel like a play that I feel very lucky that Julia got to kind of help a character who always has it together.
A beloved character who's going through a really tough time.
Yes, yes. And the hardest part of that scene was not crying when, AJ was doing her scene because she just rips your heart out. She was so magical and lovely and vulnerable and open that it's like playing tennis. She just made it so easy.
Well, I was going to say, this is some of the heaviest material that she's had in, umpty-ump seasons. What was it like going down that dark rabbit hole with her?
It was amazing. I mean, I was just there as a support system. I said, look, this is your episode. Let me know how I can be of service. If you want to run lines, great. If you want to take your space in the corner, great. I will follow your lead. I'm just here to support you. And it was so lovely. I mean, like you said, she doesn't get to do these types of scenes a lot, but here's a woman that just lost the love of her life after being together 18 years. And she just soared. I felt like I was like a proud sister, just watching her on the other side, getting to see her magic. But I really was just there as a support system. And she's so lovely that I'm like, can I have your number? Like, can we be friends? So she's the best.
I got you. You're stuck with me, you piece of shit.
Now, this BAU Gate video that JJ saw and she's convinced that Voight planted, it really triggered her. It sent her off the deep end. It got her up in his face. What is Julia's role moving forward in helping managing JJ's mental health?
Sometimes we share more with strangers than friends and family, and the BAU is JJ's family. And I think it makes sense that she would open up to someone she doesn't know as well, like a Dr. Julia Ochoa. And, one of my favorite lines that she says is the BAU is one of the most emotionally constipated group of people she's ever met.
I tweeted that.
You did? Oh, okay. Which I think is so funny because they see hell on earth. And so I think that Dr. Julia Ochoa was just right place, right time. JJ's out of her home element, so she's not in mom mode. She's out of the BAU, so she's not in work mode. She's off her turf in a very intimate setting in the hospital with this doctor that's very well versed in trauma and pain and mental health. And so I think it was a beautiful opportunity for this beloved character that is JJ and this incredible human that is AJ to have someone who supports her. Like, who guards the guards? They're the heroes. They come in and they're carrying kids and teens and women and men out of harm's way, but who carries them? So I think that makes JJ's character even more beloved and relatable when it's like, she's human. She's a badass, but she's also human, and she just lost the love of her life that's been her husband for 18 years.
Here we go. Come on. It's gonna be okay, Elias.
I was convinced they were going to do a Harley Quinn storyline where Dr. Ochoa was going to fall for Voight and he was going to draw her in and basically make her, a little accomplice of his. But we're clearly not going that way.
I don't know, man.
Although we have half the season left.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but it is Criminal Minds. There's always curveballs, but you're right. I don't know. I mean, I even thought, is she a good doctor? Or, is she going to fall in love with her miracle patient? Or because Zach is very charming as Voight, but so far, she just sees this serial killer monster as a patient who just came out of a coma.
You usually get cast in roles that play off of your own vibrancy. Why did you want to play someone who is a little bit more straight-laced here?
I think it's really important to do different things. I love that she was a Latina neuropsychiatrist. I love that she was top of her field. I love the positive representation for not only a female, but a woman of color in the sciences. I love that she was a woman of faith, which, as we know, is very similar to Ella Lopez on Lucifer. You're right. She is more of a muted character than I usually play. I feel like I usually play more of the Garcia, quirky, huggable. I feel like Kirsten was like OG Ella Lopez, she is
That's
like,
true.
I'm Aimee Garcia, but she's like the original Garcia. And I totally fangirled in her office before even meeting her, looking at all her trinkets that she gets from fans.
Did you have any existing friendships or acquaintances on this cast?
Zach. So, well, and I knew Adam before. So I had done CSI Miami way back in the day with Adam. And then I did a Shonda Rhimes, Jennifer Mann's pilot,
Off the map.
The Map with Zach. So we actually
That's
played
right.
Chris. I played a character that doesn't speak any English. So I remember him being like, Hola. Adios. And I'm like, hola, ¿cómo estás? So, and we're both Chicagoans. We both went to Northwestern. So I've known Zach a long time.
And you mentioned your movie, that's Amy Comes First. It's an indie that premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Yes, we're premiering this week, and I'm really excited. Wrote, directed, produced, starred, and
What's it about, though?
well, it's let's just say it's a late coming of age story about a type A Latina who lives with her overbearing, suffocating, but very loving family, and finally finds her voice. Yeah, discovers things that were repressed for a very, very long time. But yeah, it's cool to be on the other side of the camera and just write stories that I didn't see a lot of when I was a kid.